Good morning. On this edition of Grilling with Granddaddy Daddy, we're going to do us a nice low and slow Boston butt. We're going to run at about 250 degrees, probably for somewhere between 8 and 10 hours. We're going to go for an internal temperature of 205. So let's get a rub on it, get it on the grill. Okay, last night we injected this 8-pound butt with some apple juice. And now this morning, I'm going to put my rub on it. And this is just my standard rub. I'll put the recipe in the description. I want to make sure I coat the whole butt. Sides, top, fat cap. All right, this is a big piece of meat. Don't worry about over seasoning it. So we've got our rub on. I'll pat that, flip it, and I'm gonna cook this thing fat side down. And one last thing I'm gonna put on here is a light dusting of brown sugar. Just spread that around. I'm only gonna put this on the top. All right, I got my grill up to temperature. We're gonna do this indirect. I've got my plate setter in there. Let's put that big old Boston butt on the grill. And we're gonna let this baby roll at 250 degrees until we get to an internal of 205. Now I did put 2 applewood chunks in here, so we are gonna smoke it on applewood. And let's let it go. All right, we've been going just over an hour. Let's take a look. I just stuck my temperature probe in and we're at 94 degrees and it's coming along nicely. Starting to draw just a little bit and it looking good. Let's let her keep on going. Okay, we're 5 hours in. We're at 174 internal. We hadn't really looked at it. Let's take a look and see what we got. Let's do a little walk around here. Oh, look at that, drawing up good on that bone. Okay, so it looks like we got a couple of more hours. Let's close her up, let her cook. Okay, we're at 190 internal. And I've got the bark looking just like I want it. You see the draw on the bones. So we've been doing this for 6 hours. We're 6 hours into this cook. Now we're going to start spritzing with apple juice. I got the bark where I want it, so I'm just going to keep it moist for the rest of the way. Probably we got 15 degrees to go, another hour. So let's close it up, let it finish. Our butt is done. So let's get our temperature probe out of there. We did hit 205 internal. It took us right at 8 hours to do an 8-pound butt. Or pork shoulder. And what I'm going to do with this one, we're going to do pulled pork with it, but we're going to do that later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to just put it in our oven, just with the oven off, let it rest. But what I do want to do before I do that is I want to take a taste. Man, that bark is awesome. It is really good. So I'm going to take one more little taste. Then I'm going to wrap this thing up. Man. That's a good one. Okay, now I didn't show you how I'm going to do the pulled pork. All you do is you just take a couple of forks or some meat tines and you just pull it apart. That's all you got to do. The other thing you can do is you could cut it into pork steaks. You can take it and chop it up and have chipped pork barbecue. There are several different things you can do with it. You just do whatever you want. The most important thing is to get it cooked and get it tasting great. And that's what we did. So I'm gonna put the recipe down in the description. And until next time I see y'all at the grill, y'all keep on grilling.